So in this lecture, I am going to tell you how to construct a DFA from epsilon NFA. Okay, for this problem, you have given a epsilon NFA transition table as input. Okay, so this is the problem for example of epsilon NFA to DFA conversion. Okay, so epsilon NFA is nothing but this automata which also accepts epsilon or null string as input. Okay, that is why it is called epsilon NFA. And so it also has the property of NFA and plus one other property means it accepts epsilon string as input. Okay, so this problem is actually divided into three parts. The first one, compute the epsilon closure of each state. I will tell you how can you can calculate the epsilon closure for all the states. Second one, give all the strings of length 3 or less accepted by the automaton, which means you have to find out the strings from this automata. Okay, the third part, convert this automata to a DFA. Okay, the automaton is the singular form, automata means plural form. Okay, so convert the automaton to a DFA. First step, yeah, the first case, compute the epsilon closure of each state. For compute the epsilon closure, I will just draw a transition diagram of epsilon NFA from the given transition table. I have already made this. Okay, so in the first step, I already draw the transition table. That is, sorry, transition diagram from the transition table. Because so calculating the epsilon closure from the transition diagram is much more easiest way compared with calculating epsilon closure from the transition table. That is why I prefer you to draw transition diagram from the transition table. Okay, in some cases they have given the input as transition diagram itself. Okay, for that problem you no need to draw the transition table. You have directly calculate the epsilon closure from the given transition diagram. Okay, that's the easiest method. Okay, if you are calculating epsilon closure from the transition table, means it may leads to error in some cases. That is why I prefer you to draw first transition diagram from the given transition table. This is the transition diagram of epsilon NFA. Okay. Next, in the second step, calculate epsilon closure for all states. That is epsilon closure of P, epsilon closure of Q, epsilon closure of R. Okay, first epsilon closure of P. So, in every state, say epsilon closure of P means it starts with P, and also for epsilon closure of Q means it's also starting with Q, and also epsilon closure of R means it starts with R. This is the default one. Okay. Next, just check. Checking from the given automata, is there any epsilon transition from the P? Okay. So see, there is any epsilon transition from the state P? I think no. So there is no epsilon transition or there is no null transition from the state P. So epsilon closure of P is P only. Okay, next epsilon closure of Q. So coming to the transition diagram, is there any epsilon transition from the state Q? Okay, just check out the diagram. If any epsilon transition from the state Q, yes. On receiving null string, the state Q moves to P. Okay, so here P is added. Then R, coming to the state R, once again you have to check, is there any null transition from R? Yes, from R. On receiving epsilon, R goes to Q. Yes. Okay, on receiving epsilon, R goes to the state Q. On receiving one more epsilon, Q goes to P. Okay. So from the state R, on receiving null string, R moves to state Q. So once again on the Q, on receiving null string, it moves to state P. So I added Q as well as P also in this closure of R. Okay, the important one. Don't forget on this. Next, the epsilon closure, which is almost over, epsilon closure stage, you can rewrite it as in the some order, that is P comma Q. Okay, here P Q R. Okay, actually this is the output. So epsilon closure of P, which is P, epsilon closure of Q, P Q, epsilon closure of R, P Q R. Okay. Next, third step. So in the third step only, you are going to convert this epsilon NFA to DFA. Okay, this is the actual step. So convert epsilon NFA to DFA. How? That's the matter. Okay, first thing. So in this lecture, I am going to demonstrate a shortcut method. Okay, so, and also the easiest method to in the part of conversion epsilon NFA to DFA. Okay, one of the easiest method. So for doing this, I will take the state P. Okay, first I will take the state P comma A. Okay, so I'm going to make a transition on P comma A by means of DFA. Okay, by means of conversion to DFA. First, I will take P comma A. What's the actual step means? First, in this, I have to convert. See, I have rewritten this P comma A as here. First, P comma A. Okay, I have rewritten. So in the first step, you have to calculate the epsilon closure of A. So epsilon closure of P, okay, comma A. Okay. So and you have to apply transitions on this output. Okay, it will give some output, right? You have to apply the transitions on this output, and also you have to apply one more epsilon closure for this output. Actually, this is the method for calculating the transitions on, that is for calculating the del of P comma A. This is the actual method. Okay, but how can we do this? First, a shortcut method. You have to write like this is P. Okay, so you are going to calculate the transition of P on A. Okay, so on before A, you should write epsilon closure, which means epsilon closure, right? After A, you should add one epsilon closure. This is also epsilon closure. Okay, first step. The first step, you have to calculate the epsilon closure of P. Okay, so what's the output of epsilon closure of P, which is P only. So it gives P only. Okay, in the second step, you have to make a transitions on this output. Okay, so on receiving P on A, it moves to P only. Yes, on receiving P on A, it moves to P only. So on receiving A from state B, it goes to P only. In the next, you have to apply again epsilon closure. Okay, this is the third step. Okay, you have to apply again epsilon closure of this P. That is, epsilon closure of P means P only. Okay, so what is the output of this? What's the output of del of P comma A? It brings P only. Okay, so we have received del of P comma A, which is equal to P. So like the same way, I am going to calculate del of P comma B. Okay, so del of P comma B. So I am rewritten as here P. So B is added here. Before B, one epsilon closure is added here. After B, one epsilon closure is added here. Okay. Next, what is the epsilon closure of P? Epsilon closure of P is the P only. So on receiving B, P goes to transition table. Okay. On receiving P goes to Q. On receiving P goes to Q. What is the epsilon closure of Q? What is the epsilon closure of Q? P comma Q. Okay. So epsilon closure of Q means P comma Q. So this is the one new state. Okay, so which is equivalent to P comma Q. So what is the output of del of P comma B? So del of P comma B, which is equal to P comma Q. Okay, same way I have to calculate del of P comma C. So I have rewritten P here, then also C here, epsilon closer, here also epsilon closer. What is the epsilon closer of P? Epsilon closer of P goes to P only. C on receiving C, P goes to R. So I written, so here on receiving C, P goes to R. So what is the epsilon closure of R? That is P Q R. Okay, so this is the new state P Q R. Okay, so the P part is almost over. Okay, next I am coming to the Q part. The same thing, del of Q comma A. So for calculating del of Q comma A, I am rewritten as Q here, then A epsilon closer, again one epsilon closer. Okay, so on what is the epsilon closer of Q? Epsilon closer of Q is P and Q, right? So on receiving A, P goes to P only. Okay, on receiving A, Q goes to Q only. On receiving A, Q goes to Q only. Okay, what is the epsilon closure of P, which brings P? What is the epsilon closure of Q, which brings P and Q? So here the states are repeated. Just to repeat, eliminate the repeated one. What is the new state here? P Q. So what is the del of Q comma A? It gives P comma Q. The same way del of Q comma B. Okay. So del of Q comma B. So Q. Sorry. First what I should write here B, then epsilon closer. Here also one epsilon closer. So epsilon closer of Q, which brings P comma Q. On receiving P goes to Q. On receiving B, Q goes to actually R. So what is the epsilon closure of Q? That is epsilon closure of Q, PQ. So that what is the epsilon closure of R? P, Q, R. So eliminate the repeated state. It will bring P, Q, R. Okay, this is the state for so del of Q comma B, which moves to PQR state. Okay, next same way, just calculate Q comma C. So Q comma C, Q. So here I add here C here. So epsilon closer, epsilon closer. So epsilon closer of Q, which is P comma Q. So on receiving C, P goes to so on. Is there any transitions for P on receiving C? On receiving C, Q goes to R. Okay. On receiving C, Q goes to R. Is there any transitions for C on Q? No, no transition. See here 5. Okay, so there is no transitions for there is no transition. Okay, 5 only. So what is the epsilon closure of R? Epsilon closure of R, which will bring P Q R. Okay, so the state is here P Q R. This is the output of del of Q comma C. So next you have to calculate del of R comma A. The same method R A. So epsilon closure. Here also epsilon closure. So epsilon closure of R, which is P Q R. P on A, it goes to P only. Q on A, it goes to Q only. R on A, it goes to R only. Okay. So epsilon closure of P. Epsilon closure of Q, P comma Q. Epsilon closure of R, P, Q, R. Okay. So what is the state actually? The state is P, Q, R. So del of R comma A, which goes to PQR. The same thing del of R comma B. So by doing these things, you can have del of R comma B, which will goes to PQR. We should work on this. Okay, and del of R comma C, which is also brings PQR. Now just cross check the arrived state. Okay, what are all the arrived state or what are all the outputs? Here P. Okay, so P. Next, for this PQ is arrived. So, so first state P, the second new state which is PQ, then the third new state PQR, then this is also repeated. Okay, PQ already I have added, PQR already is there. So I think only 3 new states are possible. So what are all the new states here? P, PQ, so P, PQ, then PQR. Okay, these are all the new states which have arrived from the transitions. So in this method, the subset construction method is acted by default. Inbuilt, the subset construction method is added. Okay, so these are all the new states which have arrived from the transitions. So in the next step, you have to draw the transition table of DFA. Okay, this is the transition table of DFA from the state P, PQ, PQR. So P, PQ, then PQR. Okay, so what is your input? Input is nothing but A, B, C. A, B, C. Okay, first P on A. P receiving A. So the transitions on P on A goes to P. Right. The transitions on P on B goes to P. The transitions of P on B goes to PQ. Okay. So the transitions of P on B goes to PQ. Okay. The transitions of P on C goes to actually PQR. Okay. That is PQR. So that PQ R. Okay. So the transitions of here, the transitions on P on A goes to P, Q on A goes to PQ. So I have added P comma Q here. The transitions of P on B goes to the transitions of P on B goes to PQ. The transitions of Q on B goes to PQ R. So that is why I added P Q or if any repeated state will come means you just reduce, you just eliminate. Okay. Next PQ on C. So P on C. What's the answer of P on C? P on C which brings PQR. Okay. Then Q on C. So Q on C which brings also PQR. So the repeated ones are eliminated. I just add PQR. So from R PQR definitely. So PQR on A means it all goes to PQR. Let me check PQR. You have to check P on A, Q on A, R on A. So P on A, what's the value of P on A? P. So I add P here. What's the value of Q on A? Okay. So Q on A will bring P comma Q and R on A will bring PQR. That is why I added PQR here. So here also PQR is added. Okay. You also check with previous output. PQR is added. Okay. This is the transition table. This is the transition table of DFA. From this transition table, I am going to draw the transition diagram. Okay. So P is the initial state. Okay. So here P is the initial state. What is the final state? R. So wherever R is added, making these fields are final state. So here in this only R is added. So this is your final state. Okay. So this is P. So the next state P, Q. Okay. Next here, this is your final state P, Q, R. Okay. You have to draw this now. So P receiving A, P only. This is A. P receiving B, it goes to PQ. P receiving C, it goes to C. I think from P, it having transitions on both A, B, C over. From PQ, PQ on receiving A, it stays in the same state. PQ on receiving B, it goes to PQR. PQ on receiving C, okay, it again goes to PQR, C. Next, so from PQ, transitions for A, it goes to PQ, on B, it goes to PQR, on C, it goes to PQR. So, 3 transitions are over. From PQR, for all transitions, it retains in the same state. That is A, comma, B, comma, C. Okay. So, this is your final DFA from the given epsilon NFA. Okay, this is the method of how to convert the DFA from given epsilon NFA. Okay, so in your epsilon NFA, what's the input? They have given a transition table of epsilon NFA, which is given as input. So in my first step, I'm going to in this step I have drawn the transition diagram of epsilon NFA. From this transition diagram, just calculate the epsilon closures value. So from the epsilon closures value, I have to calculate the transitions on for for each state. Transition of P comma A, transition of P comma B, transition of P comma Z. Okay, using this method. Okay. So same thing, transitions of Q comma A, transitions of Q comma B, transitions of Q comma C. So like the same way, transition of R comma A, transition of R comma B, transition of R comma Z. So from doing this, we can receive some new states. Okay, if states are eliminated means just omitted. So these are all the new states. Okay, these are all the new states which is received from the transitions. Okay, made in the previous step. In the next step, based on this new states, you have to draw the transition table of DFA. From the transition table, you can draw your transition diagram. Okay. So almost these two over. So give all the strings of length 3 or less accepted by this automata, right? So what is the value? This automata actually accepted epsilon. Yes, because this is epsilon NFA. Then A comma C. This string is also accepted. A and C, it goes to R. Yes, this string is also accepted. Next, what about C? From P on receiving C, it goes to final state. Yes, C is also accepted. Then C, A, B, B. Check out the string A, B, B. A staying in the B state, B, Q. From Q, B, it goes to R, accepted. A, B, B is also accepted. Then triple C is also accepted. So that's enough actually. From P, C goes to R, From one more C it goes to P, for one more C it goes to R, accepted. Okay, so this also I have solved. Okay, thank you. See you on the next lecture.